Is a single airport now the gatekeeper to American safety, or a bottleneck that could backfire? When the world faces a health crisis like Ebola, the United States has historically looked inward, bolstering defenses. But this latest move, rerouting specific international travelers through one single point of entry for heightened scrutiny, signals a potentially drastic new chapter in how we manage global threats. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow. The US government has issued a new directive that could significantly alter travel plans for many. Starting immediately, travelers arriving in the United States who have been in countries experiencing an active Ebola outbreak within the last 3 weeks will be required to undergo enhanced screening. And not just at any airport. This crucial phase of health verification will now exclusively take place at Washington Dulles International Airport. The State Department confirmed this new protocol with a travel advisory issued Thursday. This affects U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents alike who have recently visited affected nations, such as the Democratic Republic of Congo, which has been battling recurrent Ebola outbreaks. This isn't about an outright travel ban, but a targeted approach to risk management. The idea is to create a centralized hub for screening, allowing for more specialized personnel and equipment to be readily available. The thinking behind this is clear. By funneling potentially exposed individuals through one location, authorities can implement more rigorous temperature checks, symptom assessments, and potentially even contact tracing procedures with greater efficiency and uniformity. It's an attempt to tighten the net, to catch any potential cases before they can spread further within the U.S. The administration is emphasizing that this is a proactive measure, designed to safeguard the nation's health infrastructure and, by extension, its citizens. But the implications of this decision are far-reaching and complex. For one, it places an enormous operational burden on Dulles Airport. Expect longer wait times, more extensive procedures, and a potentially stressful experience for travelers who have already endured long international flights. Beyond the logistical challenges, there are questions about the actual effectiveness of this centralized screening. Ebola is a serious and deadly disease, but its transmission requires direct contact with bodily fluids. While screening can identify symptomatic individuals, it's not foolproof, especially in the early stages of infection when a person may not yet show visible signs. Furthermore, who is most affected by this? While it includes U.S. citizens and permanent residents, it's crucial to remember the broader context. These are individuals who may have legitimate reasons for travel, perhaps visiting family or returning home after humanitarian work, or even business trips in affected regions. The added layer of screening, while intended to be protective, could also be seen as stigmatizing or overly burdensome for those who pose a minimal risk. The economic impact on airlines and the broader travel industry, particularly for routes that might now be indirectly affected by the perception of increased risk, is another factor to consider. What are the potential outcomes? On the one hand, this policy could indeed catch an infected individual early, preventing a wider outbreak. It allows for a concentrated response if a case is detected. On the other hand, if the screening process is not absolutely perfect, or if individuals are able to circumvent it, the risk of undetected entry remains. Moreover, the perception of safety and security associated with international travel could be negatively impacted, potentially deterring legitimate travelers or leading to discriminatory practices. The international community will also be watching closely. How this policy is implemented, and whether it's perceived as an overreaction or a necessary precaution, could influence global health cooperation. It's a delicate balancing act between public health imperatives and the practicalities of global mobility. This is a policy that will undoubtedly be scrutinized, debated, and potentially adjusted as we learn more about its real-world impact. The goal is laudable: protecting public health. The method, however, is what's drawing attention and raising critical questions. So what do you think about this? Is rerouting all at-risk travelers through one airport the smartest way to enhance security? or is it an overly bureaucratic step that could cause more problems than it solves? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The United States is taking a decisive step in its approach to global health threats. By consolidating enhanced screening at Washington Dulles, the nation is signaling a firm commitment to proactive public health management. This is a developing story, and we will continue to bring you the latest updates as they unfold.